a job in it?
Why not? Then we can really see everything from the inside.
Look at that. That's dangerous stuff.
Yes, and look at the space behind the counters. You have to fight someone to get past them.
Did you see that? She picked up the bacon in her bare hands. And look at the overalls. Nothing on their heads.
You'll have your work cut out, Mrs. T.
What are you going to do while I'm working here?
Oh, I think I'll just stroll around the town, pick up a little local character, sample the brew, absorb the atmosphere.
Oh, very nice. I'm slung in at the deep end while you go off gallivanting.
Would you come along here now, please? Can I get you something else, sir?
Oh, excuse me. That gentleman was just telling me that he's applying for a job here, too.
Oh, really? Oh, we could do with a good, strong man on the bacon slicer. If you wouldn't mind waiting there, I'll see you after this, lady.
I think you've got it.
You mean I've had it?
I think he's shy, didn't know what to say.
Poor man, he's going to be outnumbered by a lot of mere females here, I'm afraid. But he looks as if he could take care of himself.
Oh, I'm sure he can.
Please sit down. Have you had any experience in the retail trade before, Mrs.
Foster. Mrs. Foster.
Mrs. Foster, have you worked in a shop before?
No, I'm afraid I haven't.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's very rare we get anyone who has. Now, what was your last job?
I was a cleaner.
A cleaner? Oh.
Well, that's all right.
What?
Isn't it?
Oh, yes.
I mean, being a cleaner.
Yes. Yes, of course. Now, where did you work?
Oh, in London.
And who did you work for?
Oh, well, all over the place.
Office or domestic?
Both. You look as if you could do with a few cleaners round here.
Yes, well, it's so difficult to get them. So you were a cleaner, were you?
Yeah, well, nothing wrong with that, is there?
No, no, not at all. As a matter of fact, the chairman of our company used to work in an office as a cleaner once. Mrs. Thursday. I expect you've heard of her.
I did read something about it. What about wages?
159 shillings, the basic rate.
I'll have to just work that out.
£7.19.
Oh, yes, that's right.
9 till 6, after closing Wednesday and an hour for lunch.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Now, when would you like to start?
Oh, well, what about now?
Well, I hadn't expected... I see no reason why not. Have you got your cards?
Not with me, no.
Well, bring them with you tomorrow, then. I'll start you with Mrs. Evans. She'll show you the ropes. This way, please. Mrs. Evans, will you take Mrs. Foster to the restroom and give her a coat? She's starting work here.
Yes, Miss Grist. Hey, what do I do about these customers?
I'll take over. Now, don't be long.
Will you come this way, please?
I won't be long. I'll be with you in just a tick.
I'm sorry to take you away from your sons, dear.
That's all right, love.
Are you happy here?
Happy? Oh, it's marvelous. Standing on your feet 8 hours a day, pushing past one another, stretching up to the top shelves all the time, and toffee-nosed Miss Grist rushing around all day like a birch broom in a fit. Marvelous. Here, welcome to the staff retiring and recreation room, otherwise known as the dump.
Yes, I see what you mean.
Here's a clean overall for you.
Oh, is this where you have your dinners?
Not if you're in your right mind. On a sunny day, you can take your sandwiches to the park.
And suppose it rains?
I usually sneak mine into the library, have a read. You're not supposed to eat in there.
No. I say, look at the sofa, I ask you.
Have a fag?
No, thank you. I'll have a sweet. Have one?
No, thank you.
Are you allowed to make yourself a cup of tea?
Oh, of course. No expense spared here. On that.
Where does her ladyship eat?
Oh, she just goes out. That is one thing. We never see her at the lunch hour.
You allow tea breaks, are you?
When we're not busy, we take a turn. It's a marvel people still shop here, but they do. I suppose it's because of our position. There's not another shop like this within a quarter of a mile.
No, I should hope not.
We could treble the trade, really, but the staff don't care, and you can't blame them. Nobody cares about us, do they? Do you know who owns this place? Mrs. Thursday. We thought she might do something to brighten things up, but we've never seen hide nor hair of her. She's just like all the rest. All she cares about is the profits.
Well, perhaps Mrs. Thursday doesn't know. Perhaps nobody's told her.
I don't want to talk about her. It makes me flaming mad to think of her in her blooming London mansion. If I had my way, I'd bring her down here and I'd stuff her head in a barrel of lard.
I said to give Mrs. Foster a coat, not conduct a service, Mrs. Evans.
Yes,
She was just helping me, Miss.
Out in the shop is where the help is needed, not in the restroom. I have applicants for jobs waiting to be interviewed out there, and you're in here gossiping. Now come along, for goodness sake.
Yes, Miss Grace. Here, Mrs. Foster, do you do the horses?
Oh, well, I like a couple of bob on my national.
Because I've got a marvellous tip for the three. Coming, Miss Grace.
Now, Mrs. Evans will show you the ropes, Mrs. Foster. Would you come in now, please?
Of course, madam.
Please take a seat.
Oh, thank you, madam. How gracious of you.
Ah, you've come for a job.
I have, yes.
I was just saying to Mrs. Foster, who was in here before you.
Mrs. Foster. Oh, yes, of course, Mrs. Foster.
I was just saying how badly we are in need of a good, strong man on the bacon slicer.
On the bacon slicer.
The bacon slicer. You haven't worked one before, by any chance?
No, I don't think I've ever had that pleasure.
What is your name?
Fortescue.
Fortescue. Ah. I take it you've had no experience in the retail trade, Mr. Fortescue.
No, I'm sorry.
No, but you look as if you've got a quick brain. You'll soon pick it up.
Oh, I'm sure.
And a firm hand.
I beg your pardon?
For the bacon slicer.
Oh, yes.
If you don't mind my saying so, Mr. Fortescue, there's just a tiny little bit of a mystery about you.
Oh, Miss Grist, what's so mysterious about me?
I don't know. But there's nothing so unerring as a woman's instinct, you know.
So I've been told.
Well, why do you want a job here? Do you really want a job?
Oh, why do you ask, madam?
Well, I can usually size up a person pretty quickly, and you don't look to me at all the sort of person who'd be applying for a job in a shop like this.
Oh? What sort of person do I seem to you to be?
I don't know. I hope you don't mind my talking like this.
No, not at all. Please go on.
Well, you speak very nicely. You have a certain... je ne sais quoi. I might almost say breeding.
Oh, well, don't almost say it, Miss Grist. Say it.
All right. You have a certain breeding.
Yes, I have.
So, I can only think of one reason why you'd be applying for a job in a shop like this.
Oh, I'm intrigued to know everything you should think, Miss Grist.
Well, I think you've been in trouble.
I beg your pardon?
Don't think I hold it against you. A man makes a mistake and pays the price to society. It's wrong that the punishment should be continued afterwards.
Punishment?
I want you to realize that I understand. A person from your background used to a certain standard in things, and then, perhaps through no fault of his own, falling on hard times. Tempted?
Oh, my dear Miss Grist, I assure you there's nothing of the sort.
It's best that we should be honest about what's happened.
That's what I've always been. Honest.
Then why are you reduced to this?
Well,
Mr. Fortescue, you can tell me everything.
All right, I will. If you must know, my name isn't Fortescue, it's Carruthers.
You see? I knew.
And I'm a commissioned officer in Her Majesty's forces.
Mr. Fortescue.
Carruthers.
Mr. Carruthers, please. I want to help you.
Well, then, let me explain. I'm Major Barclay Carruthers of the 8th Royal Lancers, and it's officers versus other ranks in an initiative test.
Initiative test?
Oh, nothing very serious. It was the CO's idea. I'm supposed to work for a week here as a shopper's assistant and to prove it by taking back a wage packet unopened and 100 trading stamps. Ask you, madam. But orders are orders. Will you give me a job?
You're doing it as a joke?
Oh, no, not a joke, Miss Grist. Perish the thought is very serious. Even by disclosing my purpose to you, I've already broken QRs.
QRs?
Queen's regulations.
Hmm?
I can, of course, rely on you to maintain the utmost secrecy.
Oh, certainly, of course.
Thank you so much. I need hardly tell you that any breach of confidence could be, well, serious for all concerned.
Oh, my goodness. You can depend upon their complete silence.
Thank you. And congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well, you spotted me, didn't you? You saw through me at once.
Well, Yes, I suppose I did.
You're a flawless judge of character.
Well, I flatter myself I can read character, you know. Though I'm a little bit disappointed I haven't got a man.
Oh, yes, well, of course, that's understandable. I'm sorry. I must say surprised. However, in time, someone will come along.
For the shop, I mean. We do need a man here.
Oh, yes, of course, the bacon slicer. You know, I've always wanted to operate one of those things. It's quite an exciting challenge. Wait till I tell them about this in the mess.
Major Carruthers, would you care for a glass of sherry?
Sherry, madam?
I keep a little sherry in the safe. Because we sometimes do have a visit from our chairman, and I like to be prepared.
Your chairman?
Yes, he often pays us a visit to see how things are running here. And we have a little nip in the office before she does her tour of inspection. Would you care to join me before we let battle commence out there?
A little glass of the chairman's sherry. I don't mind if I do. Allow me.
Thank you, Major.
Shh. Not Major. Not here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Fortescue?
Now, Miss Grist. To you. And to our closer association.
Just a minute, madam. Cold cream? But, Mrs. Evans, do we sell cold cream?
Down there on your right.
Oh, I've got it. Oh, blimey! I can't get up, Mrs. Evans. Oh,
There you are, love. Cold cream is 1 and 8 pence halfpenny.
1 and 8 pence halfpenny.
And 2 pounds of sugar.
Oh. Where's the sugar, Mrs. Evans?
Along there.
What, the other end of the shop? Oh, sorry. £1 or £2, madam?
What, love? £2. Yes, thank you.
How much is it? £2 of sugar, Mrs. Evans?
Try not to keep interrupting me when I'm counting, Mrs. Foster. I've lost count again now.
Can you serve me, please?
In a minute, I haven't got 4 pairs of hands.
That's not the way to speak, dear.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Look, being nice to them doesn't cost us anything, does it?
I like your nerve. You've been here 2 hours and you're telling me how to do my job.
No, I only mean to say that good manners don't cost us nothing.
You look after your customers, I'll look after mine. 2 pounds of sugar is 1 and 6 pence halfpenny.
Oh, well, sorry, dear. Look, I'm in a hurry, please.
Look, madam, if you're in a hurry, there's a supermarket down the street. I can't do anything.
Now, this is the claw. The claw.
The floor.
It holds the bacon nice and firm. Now, pull it down. There, now you have it in a vice. Now, this is the gauge. It helps to get the right thickness. Set it at number 6. That's right. Now, this is the wheel. Try it. No, not so fast. You must take it slowly now. Put your hand on mine. There. You see? Ease. And look at the nice clean rashes we're getting.
Beautiful. Poetry in motion.
There, now make it into a neat pile, stick 3 and 9 a pound on it and shove it in the counter. I think you're going to do very well, you know.
1 and 7, no, 2 and 6, 1 and 3, wasn't it? 1 and 3, and 3 and 9, the 10. That's 2 and 6, and 1 and 6, and 1 and 11. Wait a minute, 1 and 11, and 1 and 11, and
4 and 7.
oh no, 4 and 7. Look, Mr. Hunter, don't come clattering up my side of the counter. You won't forget.
Afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon.
You won't forget. 3 o'clock on the dot. All the little kiddies will be there. I notice you're getting on very well with Miss Grist.
Well, I strive to do my best, you know.
Yes, well, you watch yourself on that bacon slicer. You could do yourself a very nasty injury.
Do you mind? I've been waiting here 10 minutes already.
Well, I'm doing my best, madam. I haven't got
I only wanted my change.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, madam.
You know, May Carpenter was right. This place is a shambles.
Oh, it's a blooming disgrace. I mean, 'cause the trade's here.